Hello, children. Today we come to the second module of the chapter Respiration in Organisms, where we will be discussing about how breathing takes place in human beings as well as in other animals. So, children, here you can see the diagram. The diagram shows how air is passing through the nasal passage, then to the oral cavity, passing on to the pharynx, then the trachea, followed by the lungs, then the ribs, and then followed by a muscular sheet that is known as the diaphragm. Now, let us come to know about the mechanism of breathing in human beings. We take in air present in the environment through our nostril, which travels through the nasal cavity. Then it moves through the windpipe and reaches the lungs. The lungs are located in the chest cavity, which is surrounded by the ribs or the rib cage. On the floor of the chest cavity lies a muscle sheet called the diaphragm. And during the breathing process, the movement of the ribs and the diaphragm takes place. This is so because the lungs expand and contract during breathing, which is otherwise known as the process of inhalation and exhalation. As we take in air, the lungs are filled up with air. This moves the diaphragm downward and the ribs move outwards. The lungs, when releasing out the air from the body, which brings back the diaphragm and the ribs to their original position back. See, children, the following thing is explained with the help of a diagram over here, which shows both the process of inhalation, exhalation, and when your lungs are in the position of rest. It is the resting period. Okay, so all are shown here very clearly through this diagram. Then, children, we come to know the reason why do we sneeze. The reason for sneezing is as we inhale the air present in the surrounding, sometimes various unwanted elements like your smoke and dust also gets inside our nostrils, or it is also included in it. So they get stuck into the fine hairs that are present in our nostrils, but some of them can get through the nasal cavity, and this thus causes irritation in the nasal cavity and which makes us sneeze. This helps in getting rid of the unwanted. By sneezing, we get rid of the unwanted particles out of the nasal cavity. Now, why or what do we breathe out? What are the things or what are the gases that we are breathing out? Oxygen, children, when we are inhaling air, your oxygen contains 21%. Oxygen is present in 21%. More oxygen than exhaled air. Okay, while we are exhaling air or during the process of exhalation, it contains only 16% oxygen. Okay, so inhalation carries more oxygen, whereas exhalation carries less oxygen. Then coming to yet another gas, carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide contains 0.03 during the process of inhalation, and during the process of exhalation it is 4%. Water vapor, it is it contains less water vapor during the process of inhalation and contains some more water vapor during the process of exhalation. Now let us come to know how breathing takes place in other organisms. Like, let us take the example of cockroach and let us come to know how breathing takes place in cockroach. See, children, in the diagram given, it is showing you the air sacs and the tracheal tubes and the spiracles that is present in the cockroach. The respiratory system of cockroach consists of the air sacs, the spiracles, and the tracheal tubes. Now let us come into the details of the breathing system of cockroach. Many insects like cockroach have small openings called the spiracles present on the sides of the bodies. Also, they have an air tube like structure that is called the trachea that allows the exchange of the gases in these insects. The air enters the body through the spiracle and diffuses in the cells via the trachea. The air from the cell enters the trachea and moves out of the body through the spiracles. Now let us come to the breathing system in earthworms. See, children, here the diagram is being of an earthworm is being shown, and we know that the body of the earthworm is always moist, and the exchange of the gases, that is the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide, takes place through the body surface of this organism known as earthworm. Earthworms have a soft, sliming, and moist skin. Hence, the gases can easily pass in and out of the earthworm through its skin. Frogs also have a slippery and moist skin that can help in breathing. It also contains lungs. Now, let us come to some of the animals that breathe underwater, like fish. Animals that live underwater have special respiratory organs called gills. They are a comb like structure present on the skin of these animals. Gills allow the exchange of the gases between animals and the water easily. Some animals called the amphibians can breathe on land by lungs and through the moist skin underwater, for example, frogs and toads. Now let us come to the respiration in plants, children. Here the diagram given shows how the plants are taking in your respiration, taking in the oxygen and giving out the carbon dioxide. Okay, but while the process of photosynthesis goes on, then it is the other way around. Here the stomata is being shown, which is surrounded by the guard cells, and here the respiratory organs or the respiratory cells of the plant are known as lenticels. So this is all about the respiratory system in different organisms like earthworm, cockroach, fish, and about the respiration that takes place in plants. That is all for today, children. Thank you.